Good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning, May 16th, 2022. Welcome. Good to see you here. I want you to make sure you're using that chat box there. Today, I'm going to tell you how to fire your boss if you want. You can actually fire your boss. I mean, anybody can do this. Anybody can literally do this. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that red button down there. Turn it from red to gray. Don't forget to ring the bell. Turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live. Today, I'm going to go through a lot of these freelance sites that are out there. I'm going to show you how to use them, but more importantly, I'm going to show you how to get jobs. And I mean get jobs fast, very fast. So that's what we're going to work on today. If that's your interest, you'll want to stick around. If you have no interest in that, then you don't want to stick around, okay? Because this is not for you. And I want you to use that chat box. Have you done any freelance work? Do you know about freelance work? Have you used freelancers? There. Let's get the conversation going. The more we get that going, the more we all learn, the more we can all benefit from this training. This channel is all about you guys learning how to make money online. And I go in a lot of directions. I talk about drop shipping. I talk about physical products. I talk about digital products. So if you want to make money online, this is the channel for you. Make sure you give me a thumbs up there too. That's real important. I'm going to go through a lot of sites today. Now, I don't use all of these sites. Obviously, I can't use every single site that's out there, but a lot of them I have used extensively. And I've learned a lot from using these sites. And that's what I want to share with you guys today. So I think the first thing I want to do, and if you want to go in another direction, that's fine. All you got to do is put something in that chat section there and we'll go in another direction. But the first thing I want to do is like identify some of these sites, what they're good for. My number one favorite is Upwork. That's Upwork. Let me put this in here. I'm going to stick this in the chat box so you guys can see it. Okay, let me get clicking here. This is my number one favorite. Okay, so I got Upwork in there. You guys should be able to see that right now. And Upwork is really pretty amazing. It used to be called Elance, and I used it when it was Elance too. It's probably one of the best freelancer websites for finding work, no matter what type of freelancer you are. I don't care what you do, there's going to be a job on there. And you know, it's funny, we were driving down the street last night, we were going to a movie, and I saw one of those Uber delivery cars racing through traffic. And it got me to thinking, you know, I go to a Starbucks and I hang out. And at this Starbucks, they have a lot of to-go orders. They have this whole counter in the back, actually two counters, two shelves of orders, and they're all for Uber drivers to pick up and go deliver somewhere. And I look at the people coming in and I look at their cars and I think, gosh, you know, I mean, an average Uber driver is going to make about $20 an hour. And that's if they hustle, 20 bucks an hour. But that's not all. They have to be away from their home. They have to be away from their family. They got to buy gas. Gas is really expensive nowadays. It's over $4 a gallon in Texas, and in some parts of the country, over $6 or $7 a gallon. That's just insane. So they got to buy gas. They got to maintain their car. They got to make sure everything's working on their car. Yeah, they can work the hours they want, and that's true. But if they pick the wrong hours, there's no job, so they really can't work the hours they want. And they're going to make about 20 bucks an hour on average. Some may make more, some may make less, but they're going to make about 20 bucks. Any of you guys listening to this right now, if you're within the sound of my voice, you can go to Upwork. You can go to some of these other sites I'm going to tell you about, and you can make 30, 40, 50, 100, $500 an hour. And you don't have to leave your home. All you need is a laptop and an internet connection. You could actually do this from a Starbucks. I know people that are freelancers that work at Starbucks. So I don't understand, you know, and I said to her, I think it's maybe because they don't have to put forth any effort. They don't have to think. They don't have to plan. They don't have to do anything. So they're willing to trade that for a whole lot lesser income. But you don't have to do that. And I think if you're here today, you probably don't want to do that. You probably do want to make more money. And this is the best way to do it. Upwork actually has a bit of a learning curve. I will say that when you first get up and running, you'll have to learn the artistry of writing effective proposals. Okay. And you do have to do that. And I'm going to tell you how to get around some of this too, but anyhow, that's my first one. The next one is called Design Hill. And let me put that in the chat box so you guys have this. I've got a bunch of them for you. And I think it's important that I put some of these in here first and tell you about them, so that you will have places to go based on what your skill levels are. So this is Design Hill. I just put it in the chat box there. And let me get back over to here. Design Hill is a pretty cool site. Now, as you would figure, it gives employees looking for freelance designers a few ways to find them. Employers can actually go on there and create project contest to find creative freelancers and receive a variety of design entries to choose from. Or they can find freelancers by seeking out specific services through a search box right on the top of the site. Okay, so design contestants are pretty polarizing. If you're someone who grumbles and doesn't like crowdsourcing work on freelancing sites, we feel that your pain is justified. Okay, but not all design contests are a scam. And Design Hill shows that they can be a legitimate enterprise if you're looking to win over new clients. So I would say Design Hill's a pretty good one. Next one I want to tell you about, and then I'm going to tell you how to get the jobs on there too. So don't worry about that. We're going to go all over that. The next one I want to tell you about is called Total. Let me put that in here real quick. There you go. The Queen's Within. Let's see here what she's got to say. And I got to read it over here because I can't see it. I couldn't log into my Upwork account, so I had to contact them on Facebook. It seems like this is a common issue with them. I guess maybe if you're more active, you'd be less likely to have this issue. I got to tell you, Queens Within, I've never had that problem. Not that yours isn't real. I don't mean that. What I just mean is I use it constantly, and they may have something to do with it, but I've never, ever had a problem getting into that thing. Not once. So I don't know. It could be maybe some setting on your computer. I don't know. You can share in the chat section if you'd like what you found out. That could be very helpful to other people. But TopTool actually pitches themselves as a place to find the top 3% of freelance talents. So if you consider yourself the cream of the crop, this is the place you're going to want to be. Their screening process is also rigorous. That out of the thousands of submissions they get every month, they only accept a few into their ranks. This exclusively sets them apart from so many other freelance job sites out there. It may seem intimidating getting in, but if you do, you'll get the chance to put yourself in front of some pretty big names, like Airbnb's on there, Duolingo's on there, which is a little app I use to learn languages. Shopify's on there. So it's a really good site. If you think you're cream of the crop, you got to apply to get on there, guys, just to let you know. Then the next one is going to be called LinkedIn and LinkedIn Pro Finder. Let me put this in here so you guys have it. We'll put that in the chat box. And guys, I love your comments. I love your questions. Please keep all those coming. That is very, very helpful when you do that. And not just to me, it's helpful to the other people because they may have had the same problems that you had. And when you put that stuff in there, you can actually help out other people. So anyhow, what is this LinkedIn and LinkedIn Pro Finder? Whatever your field, especially if you're creative, you should have a LinkedIn profile. Keeping your profile up to date helps you build your network and connect with people, of the integrated messaging system. Now, you can post examples of your work for each role that you've had, making it more than just a resume. And by having your skills searchable on the platform, you're bound to bring some traffic into your profile and connect with people who may be looking for your exact expertise. Now, there's also, people who are looking for like full-time jobs there too, and that's certainly available. But another smart feature that LinkedIn has rolled into LinkedIn Pro Finder, which helps businesses find freelancers who are qualified to work with them. Potential employers can actually filter by different specialties, like, content marketing, design, data entry, all those types of things. So that's a really good site to use also. Next one is called We Work Remotely. We Work Remotely. Let me get this in the chat box there. And then just a second, what I'm going to do is tell you how to get jobs on these sites. I mean, super easy to get jobs on these sites, okay? So let me stick this one in here real quick. Paste, and there we go. We Work Remotely. And that's another good site. We Work Remotely is a little bit different. they actually talk about how they get around 3 million users a month, and that's huge. That's really huge. They have a multitude of job postings with many design-related offerings. We Work Remotely may feel a bit less personal than other design-centric websites, but the volume of the job postings makes up for all of this. People or companies seeking designers have to spend a fixed price of $299 to list on We Work Remotely, which acts as a screening process and weeds out a lot of low quality leads. With heavy hitters such as Google, Amazon, InVision, all listed as companies who've pasted and posted jobs there. This is a legit platform. It's really good, guys. And what's even better is you don't have to create a profile. All you need to do is click on a job link and be brought straight there. That's all you got to do. So it's really easy to use. If you're looking for online freelance jobs, We Work Remotely is a solid resource for part-time and full-time freelance gigs that will fit your skill set. All right, and the next one is going to be called Behance. Let me copy this one here and stick it in. And we're going to talk about Behance. And I'm going to, before we end today, I'm going to tell you how to get jobs on these sites, like super easy, super easy. How are we doing on time? We're good. It's only 10:11. All right, so there's Behance right there. Best of Behance. Behance is good. Let me pull up some of my information on Behance. It's really the site to go for anyone hoping to find creative freelancers. It features so much great work to soak in, including illustrations, animations, web designs, media, app development, and much more. When you fill in your Behance profile with really good project samples, your work is put in front of an audience of like-minded creatives. And if your work, earns the coveted spot of featured project, you'll get even more positive exposure. Who knows who may see it and might want to hire you. Behance also functions as a social media network to connect with other designers. Expanding your list of contacts may bring you new design opportunities. And remind me to talk about that when I talk about getting jobs and how you can get extra jobs, because it works really well. Let's see here. We'll get back to comments here real quick. We got one from Paul popping in there. Paul says, so of these sites, how many do you use for freelance, or do you currently have a stable you already vested? No, I do use them. And I would say regularly, I use Upwork all the time, just all the time. I use Fiverr a lot, and I use freelancer.com a lot too. But you can't really go by what I use because it's depending on what you want. Like I may say, well, I use Upwork a lot, which I do, but if I'm hiring a designer, I may go to one of these other design sites because I have a one-off project and I'll do that. So it just depends, but I use them all the time. I would say almost every week I use some of these sites because I always have one-off projects, and then I have full-time employees too. So it's really depending on what I do. Let me find a couple more of these sites, which I think are going to be useful to you. Fiverr, here it is, Fiverr. Let me put this up here because they got a weird spelling, but I want to stick that in there for you. And then there's Fiverr, paste. I'm not putting my comments on the screen. I should be doing that, right? There we go. That's Paul's. Oh, there we go. There's Fiverr. So Fiverr's another good one. I like it a lot. And I'm trying to show it on both screens, on both YouTube and Facebook, because I can't show it on both. Why? Why don't they have it where you can show it on both? But it's a really good one. Fiverr used to be, I'll do anything for $5. That's basically how it started out. But it's not like that anymore. It's grown quite a bit since then. Now you can actually set your own starting prices, packages, and add-ons. I like Fiverr because they have packages. They'll have like the beginner, intermediate, and expert type package. So let's say you're doing, a logo. The basic logo may be $8, and all you get is a JPEG file. Where the intermediate one, maybe you get 3 different choices, and you're going to get an AI file. And then the expert one is you can have a certain number of revisions, and you're going to get 5 different choices or whatever. And that's how people kind of set it up, so it makes it pretty easy to use. So now I'd like to kind of move into, guys, how you're going to get these jobs. I think that is the thing that is the most intimidating for everybody is, I want to be a freelancer. I want to be a consultant. What jobs do I do? How do I get these jobs? So let's talk about what jobs do I do. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is assess your current talents. What are your current talents? What are you working on now? You may not even realize you have some current talents. You may be a great salesperson who says, oh, I want to go online and make websites. Well, if you're a great salesperson, you may be able to do some training for companies on consulting for selling. That may be a talent you have. I managed car dealerships for many years, and I've trained thousands of salespeople. And if I wanted to go out and be a consultant on how to sell people stuff, I could do that. That's something I could do. That's not what I do right now. It's not what I chose to do. However, that is a talent I have. So the first thing you want to do is assess, what are your talents? Are you good at bookkeeping? Are you good at instruction of language? what are you good at? Okay. And then the next thing I hear, which is the stupidest thing. I mean, this is stupid. People will say to me, well, JR, what do I have to do to get a job online where it doesn't require any experience or any background or any knowledge or any of that? Because I just want to be able to make some money. Why would you do that? Why would you say, I want to get a job because I don't have any skills and I just want to be able to get some work online? Now, here's the thing about skills. You can get more skills. They're not limited. Okay. If you have an interest in, CAD design, you could go take a couple courses in CAD design and then offer your services. I bought a program the other day called SketchUp because I was going to build some cabinets and I wanted to actually draw out these cabinets for my wife's office. And lo and behold, Friday we found a really nice sideboard that she likes and we just went and bought it. But I still got cabinets I got to do in my office. So I'm going to learn that, and I'll learn CAD design. I'll learn how to design stuff in this particular program. And here's why I know I'll learn it, because I can learn anything, right? You can learn anything if you put the effort into it. And that's what I would tell you is first thing I would do is I would go to these sites and I would look at the jobs that pay the most. Don't look at the jobs that require no skills. Look at the jobs that pay the most, and then see if you have interest in any of those things. Maybe it's coding. Maybe it's logo design. Maybe it's, I don't know. Just find the jobs that pay the most per hour and look at what those people are doing and look at the jobs they're offering. And then go get the skills. Now you're going to say, where do I get the skills? There's so many places to get courses from, guys. I mean, on my channel alone, right here on YouTube, you could take courses for free on my channel on SEO, on digital marketing, on sales page design, on email marketing. All these things are within my channel, and you could take these videos I've done and learn how to do this stuff and go out and sell those services to somebody else. Now, of course, I have courses that you pay for. And if you get a paid for course on my site, if you look in the description below, there's going to be some links to that stuff. You could actually take one of these courses and get really good at one of these things and go out and sell your services. So the first thing you want to do is figure out what you want to do. If you got to do this all day or most of the week or whatever, your time is valuable. You might as well be doing something you like doing. I get up every single day and I do stuff I like doing. I enjoy it. That doesn't mean I feel like doing it every single day. Okay, there's a big difference in liking to do something and feeling like doing it every single day. I enjoy getting a good workout in. I don't always want to do it. I don't always want to go to the gym. I don't always want to lift weights. I don't always want to sweat and get out of breath. But I do it because overall I enjoy it, and it makes me healthy and feel good, and I can do more. Okay, so that's the first step. Decide what kind of jobs you want. Now, here's the part where people kind of fall apart. They say, okay, I did a profile on there and I put all my qualifications on there and I put what I charged on there, but I'm not getting any jobs. And the reason I'm not getting any jobs is because nobody has hired me yet and I don't have any reviews. And since I don't have any reviews, I don't have any good comments about me, nobody wants to hire me because nobody knows who I am. You need to be proactive. Okay, you need to be proactive. And here's how you're going to be proactive. You're going to start searching the jobs in the niche that you want to work in. Then you're going to look at the job. So let's say I find a job on there and I decide I want to build websites. That's my thing. I'm a website designer, which I'm not, by the way. But let's say that's the thing I want to do. I start looking at jobs that are posted where people want people to build a website for them. And let's say the job pays, I don't know, $400 to build a basic website. Okay. So I look at that job. I look and see if I have the qualifications. And if I have the qualifications, I'm going to contact that person. I'm going to send them a message and say, hey, I'm trying to build my portfolio. I'm trying to get some good reviews. I will do your job for half price. I will do your job for half price. You want 400, I'm going to do it for 200. If you'll just give me an honest review, and I'm looking for good reviews and honest, I'm going to do a great job for you. But if you give me an honest review, I'll do it for half price. Now, some of you are going to say, whoa, JR, why would you want to work for half price? I mean, I'm not going to do anything for half price. Why would I do that? Because you're going to get the benefit of these reviews. That's why you're going to do it for half price. And a lot of people will say, well, I don't want to put forth effort and not get paid for it. I did that for years in the beginning, right? A lot of times I'll put forth effort into a video right now and nobody watches it. Okay. Now I have some that have hundreds of thousands of views, but sometimes they don't click. That's part of working for yourself. Sometimes you work and you don't immediately get money back. But what you're doing by doing it this way, what you're doing by contacting these employers, these people who post jobs, is you are actually building your portfolio of business. And if you build this portfolio, and the portfolio is not only the jobs that other people can see, but the reviews of what a good job you did. And then you say, well, JR, what if I don't do that good of work? Well, you got to change that. You got to do good work, okay? Make sure you're doing good work if you're doing good work. And if any of you have done some of these things online, please post it in the chat box. I want to see that. Let's see. Still like sales over individual jobs because you can leverage your time and experience. Absolutely. A lot of people, I've heard people say, well, JR, I could never be a salesperson because I'm too honest. I never lied a day in my life in selling anything. You don't need to. All you got to do is be excited about whatever you're selling and point out all the benefits to it to somebody else and get them excited and they'll buy it. It's that simple. So that's a little off note there about sales, but yeah, I feel the same way. I love sales. And really, I'm selling you right now, aren't I? I'm selling you on the fact that, you should go to these sites, you should set up a profile, you should bid on some of these jobs, you should do them for less money than what people are asking for them in order to get these reviews. So I'm trying to sell you on that. So I'm a salesperson, right? But then again, you may have kids at home, right? And maybe the kids are doing stuff that's wrong and you need to sell them on doing the right things and giving them the reasons why they should do the right things, why they should eat right, why they should exercise, why they should obey laws, whatever the case may be, why they should brush their teeth, why they should shower and clean their room. You're selling them. Everybody sells. Okay. So sales skills are super, super important. They just are. The Queen's Within. Sorry, I had to step away from my desk. Oh no, we missed you for a bit. Do you suggest we approach the prospect or another provider in charging half price? Absolutely. Absolutely. If somebody were to approach me and let's say I have a job posted and let's say it's SEO and it's $1,000 a week. And I think I pay a lot more than that right now, but they approach me and they say, I'll do your SEO for $300 a week and I'll guarantee you results within 30 days. And if I get you results at $300 a week, I'd like to charge more on down the road. You know what? I would probably pay them, right? If they approached me and said, hey, I'm going to do this SEO and I'm going to get you results and I can guarantee it. And if I guarantee you results, and you know what? I was already willing to pay $1,000. So not only that, when you offer somebody a half price job, like if it's an ongoing job, something they need done on a regular basis, you can say, hey, if it's a good job, I'll charge you what you were asking before on down the road, but I'm going to prove to you first that I can get results for you. And you can do this in so many aspects, guys. Maybe you're good at social media. Okay. Maybe you're good at getting interaction in social media and you approach, I don't know, let's see, a hair salon who has posted that they need a social media manager in there. And you approach them and say, I'll tell you what, I'll do your social media for free for a week for free. And if you see results from what I did, I'll charge you $1,500 a week or $1,500 a month or whatever your rate is. I'll charge you my going rate once I've proven to you that I can do the job. That's a really cool way to get work. And you know what? It's easy to get work that way because you're saying, hey, I know I'm good at what I do and I can prove it to you. I can show you I'm good at what I do. Would love to watch you buy a car with your sales experience. Well, I don't know how good it would be nowadays because it's hard to even find cars. Back when you could negotiate, yeah, I mean, I taught a lot of dealerships. I spent, I think 9 years on the road teaching dealerships all around the country. At one point, I ran the #1 Chrysler dealership in the state of California. We were #3 in the United States. So yeah, I can sell stuff, okay, and I can teach people how to sell stuff. And I train managers, and I train salespeople. I train finance people, used car manager, new car manager. There's my man, Cameron. Cameron showed up. Cameron, post in chat what you've been doing and if you've made some money at it. Cameron is one of our longtime listeners. And Cameron, you're growing up now. You're going to be an adult soon. Cameron says here, he says, which car would you buy? Absolutely, hands down, a Tesla. Absolutely, hands down, a Tesla. Now, why would I say Tesla? Well, I've watched what Elon Musk has done. I've watched the quality of the cars. I have friends that have Teslas. And by the way, I have a deposit on a Tesla right now. So I know it's a good quality car. Secondly, I think he's ahead of the curve as far as technology goes. I think he's done a really good job. The cars really perform well. They're fast. They go a long ways. I mean, there's a lot of reasons for a Tesla. I own Tesla stock. So, you know, that's kind of self-serving in itself there, but that's the car I would buy. So guys, I hope you're following along here. I've given you some sites you can go to for different skills, and I've got more, but I don't want to bore you with tons of sites. You can go look for more sites out there. I've talked to you about how to set up a profile in there. I've even talked to you about how to approach some of these actual employers or people looking to hire freelancers. And I'm telling you what to say to them. What you want to say to them is, I'll do the job for less. If I've proven myself, then I'll go up on my rate. If I do the job and it's a really good job, let's say it's a one-off job, all I'm asking for is a good review. That's all I want from you is a good review. Would you please do that? You know, and follow up on the review thing. Say, hey, you know, you haven't given, if they don't give you a review, follow up. A lot of times people forget. So would you please give me a good review? I'd really appreciate that. I'm trying to build my portfolio. And if you notice, all this I'm telling you is absolutely honest. Absolutely honest. People appreciate honesty. Hey, I'm a new guy. I'm good at what I do, but I don't have any reviews. And I want to work for you to get a review. And I'll do it on the cheap. I'll do it on the cheap. You've got to be proactive, guys. You've got to be willing to do effort before you get results. I can't tell you how many hours I spent on my business and made $0 in the beginning. But I learned as I went. I made $0, but I learned as I went. There's something to be said for that. There's no such thing as wasted effort. There's no such thing as wasted effort. I hear people say, well, you know, I went to college and I got a college degree and I never used it. I never used my college degree. That's BS. That's BS. If you've got knowledge in your head, you're using it every single day. If you went to school and learned about economics or psychology or whatever you learned about, you have that knowledge. You can tap into that knowledge anytime you want. It doesn't mean that you've got to get a job as a psychologist. It doesn't mean you got to get a job as an economist. I have a business degree in finance, okay? I use that intelligence every day because I can look at my books and I can look at accounting. I can look at my finances. I can pick stocks. I have a stockbroker license. So when I'm looking at stocks, I know what to look for there. You use this stuff every single day, guys. You really do. Let's look at some of these comments here. When you're freelance, do you think doing a contract for 90 days, if you're using a website and see is a reasonable time to meet expectations? Need time to get results, convey that to customers? Yes and no. Okay, so yes and no. Sometimes 90 days may not be long enough. If I'm doing SEO for a business, it can take me a lot longer than 90 days to get results. So if I'm doing an SEO job, I'm going to tell them up front, this takes time. The search engines have to crawl all this information I'm doing, and I'm going to need 6 months, you know, whatever it is. If it's a logo, no, there's no time limit to it. So it really depends on what the job is. If you're selling, you know, you may say a week or 2 weeks. If you're doing social media, I don't know how quick you can get results. You would know if you did social media, how quick you can get results. And what are results? Are results leads? Let's say you're doing social media for somebody and the goal was to get leads for a hair salon, but they follow up on the leads. Well, if they follow up on the leads and don't sell them, that's not your fault. You got them the leads. So you were productive. So if they say, well, we didn't make any money off it, it's because you provide them the leads and they didn't do anything with them. Maybe they didn't call the people back. Maybe they didn't follow up. I don't know. So you need to get really clear up front about what the results are going to be, and then you can do it. Cameron says, I'm thinking ahead and will study further about email marketing, sir. I don't got card access. Okay, well, that's cool. At least you're working towards something and moving forward, Cameron. And you're showing up here and you're learning every day. Yet another day I haven't used trigonometry. Okay, there's some things, but you never know. You never know. At some point, you may need that. Maybe you're going to do some geometrical thing at some point in your life. But you know what it does actually is, even if you don't use trigonometry, you have sharpened your brain. You have proven to yourself you could do something difficult. And if you prove to yourself you can do something difficult, you know what it does? It gives you confidence. And once you've gotten this confidence, you'll try more things. So maybe trigonometry is something that you've really used and you just don't realize it because it built confidence for you because you figured it out. I hope everyone has a great week. By the way, Friday lunch looked good. It was good. It was very good. And guys, this is a point where I need to announce I have a relative coming in town tomorrow, my mother-in-law, and she's going to be here until next Wednesday, I believe. So I will not be live from now until a week from Friday. That's the next time you're going to see me live. So get all you can today. Ask whatever questions you want today, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. But I will not be live anymore from today until what's the date? When's my next live date here? Let's see. Let me find my calendar. My next live date, guys, will be the 27th. So you won't see me live again until the 27th of May will be the next time. Now, on the 17th, 18th, and 19th of this week, I will upload videos. So you'll have those. You're going to have some information. On the 24th, 25th, and 26th, I'm going to upload videos. So you're going to have that information. But you won't see me live again till the 27th. I just want to warn you about that. And I think we're nearing our end. I have a gardener outside doing all kinds of work on our house right now, tearing up flower beds and putting in mulch and moving rocks and planting trees, and just, he's got a big day ahead of him. But I just want to let you guys know about my schedule and what's going on. I don't want you to think I just dropped out of the sky and I'm not around anymore. It's because I have a relative here and I got to give her time. Mother-in-laws don't come that often, so you got to give time. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this today. If you did, please put a comment down there in that chat section. That would be very, very helpful. If you would give me a thumbs up, that would be very nice. And I'm trying to put another comment up there. It doesn't want to do it. Same, sir, and Paul. All right, so he's giving you some kind wishes there, Paul. Don't forget to subscribe to that subscribe button. Turn it from red to gray. Don't forget to ring the bell. Turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live or if I upload a video. Hope I didn't say that too fast. Every time I go live or anytime I upload a video, you'll be notified. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate seeing you here. And I'm going to see you 1 week from Friday, which once again is the 27th. Good luck, sir. Thank you so much, Cameron. I will see you guys later.